There's a quiet intensity around Houston right now, the kind that comes when a young team starts to believe it's on the edge of something real. The Texans are 2-3 fresh off their bye week, with Stroud looking sharper than ever, slinging 4 touchdowns in a win that reminded everyone why he's the future of the franchise. But as good as Stroud has been, the Texans know the truth. This offense will only go as far as its protection allows. And that's why on a humid Monday afternoon in Houston, the team opened its doors to 2 familiar faces from the trenches, veterans looking for second chances and a shot at redemption. Smash that subscribe button, drop a like, and comment below. This community runs on real fans like you. And the first of those faces, Nicholas Petit-Frere. Once seen as a cornerstone for Tennessee's offensive line, the former third-round pick is now fighting to prove he still belongs. At 6'5" and 316 pounds, Petit-Frere has the frame and pedigree, a former Ohio State standout who started 16 games as a rookie for the Titans, but the last 2 years haven't been kind. A 6-game suspension in 2023 for violating the NFL's gambling policy derailed his momentum, and injuries piled on top of that setback. When he did return, the rhythm was gone. The Titans' shifting direction released him last spring, and a brief stint with the 49ers ended almost as soon as it began. Now the Texans are giving him a look, not a contract, not a promise, just a chance. And for Petit-Frere, that's enough. Because few things in the NFL are harder to find than trust, and right now, Houston might be one of the few places willing to give it. Alongside him in Monday's workout was Dante Smith, another lineman with something to prove. A 4th-round pick by Cincinnati in 2021, Smith's career has been hampered by injuries, most notably a devastating torn patellar tendon that cost him all of 2024. For an offensive lineman, that kind of injury can be career-ending. But Smith, 6'5" and 309 pounds, didn't let it end him. After nearly 2 years of rehab, he's finally healthy and eager to reclaim the form that once made him one of the most athletic tackles in his draft class. Neither player was signed, not yet. But the message from the Texans was clear. They're exploring every option to keep Stroud upright. The offensive line has already seen major turnover, longtime anchor Laremy Tunsil traded away, guard Kenyon Green moved. Still, through 5 games, the group has held up better than expected. Pressure on Stroud is down nearly 5 percentage points from last season. The chemistry is improving, but it's the NFL: 1 rolled ankle, 1 strained calf, and everything can change overnight. That's why Houston's front office is working ahead, because they know protecting their young star isn't optional. It's the foundation of everything. The Texans' search for depth on the offensive line is less about panic and more about preparation. Injuries always test the limits of a roster, and with 12 games left in the season, Houston's coaching staff understands how quickly stability can vanish in the trenches. It's no coincidence that Nick Caserio and DeMeco Ryans are being proactive. They've watched Stroud take 12 sacks already, and while his poise under pressure remains elite, no quarterback can sustain that pace forever. Petit-Frere's audition makes sense from every angle. He's still just 24 years old with real starting experience, and his issues haven't been about talent, they've been about circumstance. A suspension, a mistimed injury, a scheme shift. Sometimes that's all it takes for a promising career to veer off track. What Houston sees is potential value, a former starter who could be had for the veteran minimum, who knows how to play both tackle spots and who's hungry. Those kinds of players often thrive when they find the right culture, and DeMeco Ryans has built one defined by opportunity and accountability. Dante Smith's story is similar, but comes with a different layer of intrigue. His recovery from a torn patellar tendon is remarkable. That injury can take a player's explosiveness away completely, but early reports from his private workouts suggest he's regained his lateral quickness and balance, 2 traits that once made him a standout at East Carolina. The Texans don't need him to start. They need insurance, someone who can step in if an injury hits midseason. If Smith shows he's truly back, he could be the kind of developmental signing that pays off long-term. Meanwhile, the Texans' current line continues to evolve. After moving on from Tunsil, Houston rebuilt its identity around communication and athleticism rather than raw star power. The results are showing. Stroud's completion rate is 6th in the NFL at 70.8%, and his QBR ranks 11th. But despite the improved rhythm, there's still a sense among insiders that the unit lacks depth. One injury could expose that reality fast, especially with a tough stretch of defenses ahead: Seattle, Jacksonville, and the Jets. For a young quarterback like Stroud, continuity up front isn't just a luxury, it's survival. Every additional second he gets in the pocket is another opportunity to turn good drives into great ones, and that's exactly what Petit-Frere or Smith could provide if brought aboard. Houston isn't chasing headlines with this move, it's laying bricks. Building a line around a franchise quarterback takes time, and every smart front office knows the most important plays are the ones that never make the highlight reel. Comment below. This space belongs to everyone who lives and breathes the Texans. We're alive, we're loud, and we're just getting started.